Welcome back to Rise and Shine, and as we promised you, we do have a very special personality in the studios. Education is the most powerful weapon that can be used to change the world. And when speaking of education, all of us, we go through this phase since we are little kids. Probably when we are 4 5 years old, we start school, and then we gradually promote to different grades to become who we are. And when speaking of education, we have an important personality together with us to talk to us about different teaching methods and also different methodologies that she has come up with, especially when teaching little kids, and especially when we speak of the subject of science and technology. And we have together with us Mrs.Hasanthini, who is the founder of Fun Lab in Sri Lanka. Good morning to you.
Good morning, very good morning.
Yes, Hasanthini, talking about Fun Lab, I'd like to ask you, what inspired you to come up with this concept of teaching science and technology in a different way to these little ones in Sri Lanka?
Actually, there are three reasons behind it. The first thing I could say, when I was small, like schooling time, I was not very good at maths. So I was like getting very low marks, and like once my maths teacher asked my parents to come and meet her, and then what my father did was what my father did once he went back home, he started teaching me taking like things that he find around the house, like sometimes even fruits like vegetables or like whatever things which makes me interested about the thing. He used to take those stuff and teach me. So another term went on, and next term I sat for the exams, and there was a big remarkable change in my marks. So actually my teachers couldn't believe it. So my parents had to go back again to the school and tell, okay, these are the things that we did for her. So that was the main reason. I realized it's actually it's not the child's fault, I could say. It's how you introduce the concepts to the child. I could say I watched a movie that inspired me a lot. It talks about two students, university students, who one was really going behind theory, just by hiding stuff like a parrot, he's always talking about what is given in the books. The other person was more practical. He enjoyed experimenting things and all that. So how they ended up in their lives at last, and finally the person who was more practical, he set up a school and for small children to learn things practically. So I was thinking after watching that, okay, if I also can do something like that, I believe it will make a difference in the education system. So, and the third one, my little son, I used to have a small family event I used to call it the family day. So we used to have a small session of cooking. The family members, we get together and we make something, and then I used to have small experiment for the family. So we four of us we get together and we do it. So about three, and not only that, I included art and craft and things like that. So he really enjoyed it, and he was always looking forward for that day. Maybe once or twice a month I used to do that, but with my second pregnancy I had to drop it because I became a bit busy. So still he was asking, Mama, when are you going to start it back? So I knew that it means they really love it. So those are the main three reasons that made me thought about okay, I have to start up something like that. And also I was teaching for quite a long time, and then I noticed children, they mostly study only for exams. The mentality is okay, just for the term test or for O levels, and okay, we teach them. So once the exam's over, if you ask the same question, maybe 3-4 weeks later, nothing is in their heads. So they just study for the exams, and it does not go to their mind actually.
So let's talk about the difference. That there are so many institutions out there who are trying to teach kids out there about certain subjects, especially science, English, maths, and all those technical subjects. So, I'm asking you, what's the difference that you have incorporated into this new institution? You call it the fun lab. It sounds very much fun, but it's also a lab at the same time. So that makes it quite, alluring, I would say. So, why is it different, and what is the difference between these two?
Okay. In a normal class, I could say like the children are more like they have to go, they have to just sit in one place and listen to the teacher, whatever they say, and get back home with whatever the material they get. But here, what I do once they reach the place, actually, like, I mean, I have created it in a different way. If you come and see, like, I have a small garden created there and a pond and a basketball court, and like, it's for kids to basically enjoy. I don't want them to get restricted within the building. I want them to like really enjoy and learn what they learn. So once they come, like, I put a small PowerPoint presentation for them, and I then show a small video clip related to the lesson that we are doing for that day. And then I let them go beyond that. Like, I don't go and like, I mean, start theory, teaching theory and stuff.
What you can see on the screen about this.
Yes,
That's
theory.
what you're talking about.
Yes. So actually, I created that because I know certain children, they have not seen tadpoles. So, but they have to learn about the life cycles of the frog and like the butterfly and those things. So rather than like, I mean, just watching them or seeing them over books, I believe they need to experience those in real. I believe in that way, like, it goes to their head well. So this is my yeah.
So it's like they're living with science. Mostly.
They are living. So, and the other thing, like, when you say science, most of the time people think it's all to do with the laboratory. But the truth is, starting from us, like our own body, what we eat, what we drink, what we wear, where we live, like everything is science. You see anything, it's something to do with science. So, and like, I mean, I believe like you don't have to really restrict them to the book and the lab. You can introduce those things with art and craft, like painting. They love, children, they love those things. So, yeah.
And I think even when we sample it is, and it's very interesting to really experience it. I think the kids are also enjoying is what we can see from the photographs. So what made you to actually create this kind of a background when it comes to the different laboratories you have? I think when it comes to chemical usage, it's a different laboratory. We can see that you have divided those areas separately and done it.
Yeah, like, are you asking the concept behind
Yes,
it?
the concept behind it.
Usually when you go to school, and usually at the regular schools, you just sit
Okay.
at a classroom. Just
Yeah, no, actually, there's nothing wrong with the school because the teachers are given a limited time period, and there's a syllabus, and before the exams we have to finish. We are like given a target, so we have to finish it, and like in a classroom you get about sometimes like 35 up to 50 children. So one teacher will be there in the classroom, and like it's pretty hard to introduce things in more. But I know there are certain schools like they really try their level best to introduce this hands-on system, but it's a bit hard. So that's why like I have restricted myself. I won't take more than 20 children for any program because I want to maintain the quality of the thing. Otherwise, I believe I won't be able to individually pay attention for each and every child if it is more than 20. So with my assistants, like, we take on that much. And
so when you speak of the children taking part in these programs, what are the age groups, and is it the same school curriculum that you're really applying here, and how does it happen?
Age groups, if I say like this, they're starting from age 4 and it goes up to age 14. Why I have given that age group is because that is the primary and the middle school level, and after that they have to go for the secondary education, whereas O levels. So in O levels, like, we know, even though we like it or not, we have to sit for all the subjects. And one reason I have realized for most of the O-level students why they really don't succeed in maths and science, especially, I believe like those two subjects always goes together. They don't succeed because the fundamentals are not given properly. They think in like the primary and middle school level, they think, okay, these are example like grade 8 student. they think, okay, it's only for grade 8. We just learn it in grade 8, we pass our exams and we forget about it and we move into grade 9. And they keep on going like that, and once they come to grade 10, they really get stuck. Like example, I don't know whether you all know the velocity and stuff, little bit of like physics. When I teach, I do O levels as well. So when I do O level children, teach O level children, sometimes it's really pathetic. Like when you realize they don't know which axis, like y or x, which should, the dependent variables should go to which axis, the independence to. So those are the basics. So without knowing those, you can't even put any data or do a graph properly. Everything is built up on those fundamentals and those concepts. So if you introduce those things in an interesting manner, where like the main thing, what I believe, you have to give it in a way where the child won't feel that they're studying in something. They're basically playing and like involved in games. Sometimes I even create treasure hunts for them, like certain games. Like it's different, like not the same thing every time. It's different things I do for them.
There's a concern that as a parent that someone can raise, that whether they wonder that this is another tuition class. Is it another tuition class?
Not at all. Not at all, because in tuition classes they basically target for the exams, and like then there's a stress. There's a competition. So I believe when you are learning something under stress, the capacity that you have within you to grab something is really less. So therefore I don't want to stress children.
And also I think parents do give a lot of pressure for the children when it comes to subjects like mathematics and science.
Exactly.
I think this is like the most important two subjects.
Yes.
That most of the parents are concerned about, and kids find it difficult to accomplish and achieve and all of that.
Exactly.
So what kind of an advice can you give for the parents? Now when it comes to education, the students need to be guided not only by the teachers. I think the parents have an important role there as well. So how do you see this?
Actually, according to my perception, each and every child is born with that little scientist within them. We are the people who kill it. So, because toddlers, they always ask the question, why for everything. Sometimes you explain it, and next time again out of that explanation they'll find another question and ask why. So I know it's a bit hard for busy parents keep on answering the questions and all that, but we should be able to, the responsibility is there with parents as well as teachers and everyone to bring out that little scientist out of the child. I'm not saying for sure all the children, they are not going to end up being doctors or engineers or scientists or whatever, but I believe science is very important for your life, for your day-to-day life, to be a healthy person, to bring up your own children, and even to have a good country and conserve our country and world for the next generation. It's very important. So yeah, I think it's our responsibility to educate our children, the next generation.
Alright, so FundLab is something that's innovative, I would say. So when it comes to innovation, there's something that also that acts as key components, key reasons, and key concepts behind this. So what is the key concept that you have come up with? Because there has to be something that's generating all this success. What is it?
Key concept, yes, actually I think I'm repeating the same. Yeah, the key concept, if I say main thing, I don't want children to, I don't think it's correct children learning only for exams. Because that's actually, even I believe, even when I was small, we also got into the same system. We learned for exams, and when we passed our exams, and then later on.
So that's how it is. You just want them to have a hands-on experience rather than having to teach.
Exactly. Because I believe the secondary education is based on that those fundamentals. So they have to.
So far now you already have around 20 kids with you.
25
right.
Yeah.
How's the feedback you're getting from your parents and the kids as well?
Yeah, I do holiday programs as well. I started with a holiday program in December, and then last week I finished another holiday program. So yeah, if I talk about the holiday program first, like certain parents, they bring their children because they're not sure about it. Like when they think, okay, it's a science holiday program, like going to be maybe sometimes pretty boring. So they bring the child for the first half of the day, and they pay like half a day, and they say, okay, is it okay? Like we'll see whether the child is going to like it or not. Like if, and they say sometimes if the child starts troubling, like please give us a call. We'll pick her or him back. But I'm so proud to say, whoever the child who step into Fun Lab, like even for a holiday program, like they pester their parents, okay, I want to stay the whole day, and then the next day also they come, and the next day, like I mean, till the program is over, the retaining is like 100%. They never go back, like they really like it. And even some, I mean, I have created certain things in my place like water sprinklers, and like so I allow even ordinary like Saturday programs what we have, like I mean soon after the class they run outside, they play basketball, and they on. I have told like you can bring extra set of clothes if you like, so they just get themselves wet with the sprinklers. They play to like I mean really play. So one parent was telling me like my little one, when it's getting closer to your class, like I mean he packs his bag, so we asked like, are you packing it to go and stay there for several days? Like, so they really enjoy being there.
I think that really matters a lot. So if you remind the website also for the parents and the
yes,
children.
it's www.funlab.lk, and you all can go through the programs that I have done so far and everything. From Facebook,
Yes, I think
Facebook.
we can take a look at the website right now on screen.
Facebook page. I think it's still on the under this thing.
Moderation.
Yeah, and Facebook page, Fun Lab Sri Lanka. Yeah.
And also, Hasanthi, now if we also speak of the innovations that we can expect from your Fun Lab in the future, you said you have different types of activities that you really get the students to be engaged in.
Yes, so at the beginning, like I'm in a kind of a...
yes. Meanwhile, I think you can see the Facebook page. We just showed it to you. That is the Facebook page. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.